Okay, here we are. What we're going to talk right now, we're going to talk a little about, of course, spin theory and why spin theory works and why quantum mechanics, so to speak, and PDFs, partial differential equations don't work, and why math in general is not going to get us where we need to go. And it's not that math in general or PDFs or quantum theory or wave theory and all of these things don't have things to show us. They do. Set theory, the bell-shaped curve, statistics, all of these things are really, really important, of course, and I'm not trying to say they aren't. But what I am trying to say is we're not going to be able to understand why the moon circles the Earth circles the sun. We're not going to understand why electrons would circle an atom without being sucked on in. But we know right away that gravity doesn't work. Let's put this aside. Gravity is not the event. Although what we see is the event of things being attracted and things being repulsed. We see that. And that's magnetism. That's Maxwell's, electromagnetic observation. So let's go there. Let's go with what we observe. We see spinning items that want to precess to the right, to the left, top, bottom. What we don't see, and what we have never accepted, is a PDF or a quantum mechanics that says that you can have multiple solutions. Well, if you can have multiple solutions, my God, that's the explanation for religion. And we can't go there. It's weak. Those are weak solutions. And just because we can't figure out something doesn't mean we should go to the absurdities. And maybe that's a strong term, absurdities. Okay, but let's say this, that it's a weak solution. That anybody who has given you 16 pages of mathematical formulas based on, hey, Spock said it well. You're progressing from a faulty conclusion, and when you do that, of course, what you're going to get is very, very circumspect. It doesn't apply to what mathematicians themselves first learn and first accept. That is, we are looking for, in the unified field theory, we are looking for unique solutions. Not multiple solutions. My God, a multiple solution is, say, magical work. So we can't go there. So let's go ahead and put quantum theory, not that it doesn't have some good stuff, and quantum theory, PDFs, let's stick with differential equations. Has gotten us pretty far. Let's not go with pie in the sky equation. Let's go with things that might give us unique solutions. Okay, let's go with the unique solution. Okay. And that would be spin theory, and that would be precession, and that's what we want to go with. We want to go with things we see, and not things we're thinking about. Have you ever built something? Of course you have. And you've probably failed miserably, because building is failing miserably. And you're going to find out when you build things, a birdhouse, a kite, anything, or a cake, you're going to find out that there are all kinds of ways to build it wrong. But there are very few to almost one correct solution. There's not 9 ways to skin a cat. There's only one good way. The rest of them, they're sorry. And the cat thinks so also. So here's what we're trying to say. If you go to build something, you're going to find out that there's one really, really good way to do it, and the rest of them are very weak, not very good. And you're going to find out that engineers, like the engineers of the world, the pyramids and a 747, or engineering a kite, engineering a house, they're going to develop certain procedures you do. And these procedures are going to build pretty good houses. And you're going to find out there are very few ways that you do it correctly, but there's a multitude of ways of doing it wrong. And when you build these things, I mean, that's where the old saying comes from, is that if you do it wrong, what you get is not what you want. You wanted something different than that mess you got. It was miserable. But if you keep after it and keep going, you're finally going to build it correctly. There's my cat climbing the tree. Okay. Cut to the chase. Cut to some entertainment. Okay. Um, so let's put all this wave theory and quantum mechanics right now to the back, and we'll pull out of there when we can something of value. Uh, let's right now stick with things we see and things we can touch, and we can that will give us unique events. That is, they will be predictable, and they will concurrently occur time and time again. And when we apply spin theory and precession to the universe and the moon and the sun and the stars, let's say this: it's got to work, and it's got to be predictable, and we have to have a feeling this is. And you know something, when you use just an aside here, a lot of people have trouble with math. And I don't think it's because they're stupid. I think it's because they can't figure out what people are saying when they get into all that math. And because there's a fundamental reason for that. People who are talking about don't know what they're doing. They haven't the foggiest idea what they're doing. If they did, they could explain it in a couple of sentences, or at least give you a good idea. You know. So let's get away from this quantum mechanics, because right now we're going to explain the reason an electron flies around an atom. And it's the same darn reason why the moon flies around the earth and the earth flies around the sun. And it's real simple. And it's called spin. Okay? Well, I'll do something more later.